Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about the card Sauron, Lord of the Rings from the upcoming Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set. And if you don't know what he does, for 5 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, and 1 red, he's a 9/9 legendary creature, avatar horror, with when you cast a spell, amass Orcs 5, mill 5 cards, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, trample, and whenever a commander an opponent controls dies, the ring tempts you. So this card is absolutely awesome. It's an army in the can, and whenever you cast it, you're just going to get tons of value. You're probably going to end up with somewhere between 15 and 20 power just from this one card hitting the battlefield, which is absolutely insane. You're guaranteed to get an amass Orcs 5, so on an empty board that's a 5/5, and then you're basically going to reanimate something, and since you're milling 5 cards when you play this, it's basically guaranteed that you hit if you've built your deck right. It seems incredibly unlikely that you'll whiff off of this, although of course it can happen, and it will probably happen to me if I ever play this card. That being said, for 8 mana you're getting a lot of stuff here. That many bodies and that much power is insane. A 9/9 with trample is nothing to scoff at. It is worded in a very conservative way, so the fact that it's worded with a cast ability and not with an ETB is kind of good, I think, because otherwise this would be so easily abusable and would probably do a lot of work in Modern. In many ways, I think it would even supplant something like the new Atraxa, which is being the reanimator target of choice for quite a while now if this was an ETB, but since it's not, it's probably going to be fairly safe since you do have to cast it. This does work well with cards that say cast without paying its mana cost, but that's much harder to break than just plopping something onto the battlefield, so I'm kind of happy, to be honest, that it's worded like that. It does have a final ability which says whenever a commander an opponent controls dies, the ring tempts you. I think that's mostly flavor text, not gonna lie. It's a good ability. I mean, being tempted, it can be pretty decent. You get to get this ring emblem, even if you have nothing else in your deck, just from your commander. Being able to get that emblem can add a nice little bit of value to your deck and to your strategy. However, it's probably not going to bring that much to the table, and the main issue for your opponents when you cast this is going to be how to deal with the immense board that you've just assembled. Crucially as well, since this is a cast ability, countering this commander is not going to work. You have to have something that counters all abilities on the stack, or they're at least going to get the reanimation effect and the amass Orcs 5. Countering this is even worse than that, because if you actually counter this, then its own ability can return it to the battlefield, I believe, based on how it's worded. So it could be really, really awkward if you attempt to counter this guy. Do not try to do so. Apart from that, the amass Orcs is very interesting. We've only ever seen amass with nothing after it, and it used to mean create a zombie army token, but now it's back and it seems to be able to be used with different creature types. I think that's an interesting development. The mechanic is pretty boring in general. It's just going to make tokens. It doesn't even work that well as a token mechanic, because if you have one of them already, it just keeps adding to its power instead of creating a new one. So it's kind of a more go big token approach rather than a go wide token approach, which I don't think is usually as effective. In any case though, the trigger on this card is absolutely insane, and it feels very fitting for the Lord of Darkness, Sauron, to have this absolutely over the top ability. So I do love this card, and I hope that it's playable in Commander, which I think it should be. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!